All right, you guys, let's talk about the hormones for a hot second. Let's talk really about our sex hormones because you guys are having problems with your sex hormones and the liver and your biliary system, so liver, kidney, and gallbladder. Now, a lot of you guys are estrogen dominant. Even men are showing to have as much as estradiol as women, which is why it's hard to see guys in the gym with the gains. And it's kind of weird because they'll be young guys, right? Because my butt's almost like 52. And I've been doing keto, as you guys know, for almost 12 years without one little second of sugar or starches. So to keep my body lean and healthy and fit and boom, I've got to balance those hormones. So I really do a deep dive, hardcore job in protecting my adrenal glands, because in your 50s, your hormones are supposed to go like, titrate down. But what I want to do is like, oh no, we're going to titrate back up to where you're supposed to be, right? So that's the reason why you see enough muscle mass on my body. When your ovaries stop producing as much testosterone and progesterone, you need to protect your adrenal glands because they're going to take over once you finally have the little burnouts of the ovaries. And you can keep your muscle mass. You're not going to keep the exact same body, but you can get real close if those adrenals are protected. And a lot of you guys don't do that. You're like freaking doing fasting and cardio and blah, 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 blah. And you're already coming from a weakened immune system and your hormones just go left, right. Yeah, that's my right. That's my left. And so what I suggest for you guys to do is to ramp down your workouts. Make sure that you do sort of a liver detox. I think I really should isolate that. Sort of a biliary system cleanse to get estrogen out, especially that estradiol. Men, you guys are aromatizing. You have too much estrogen. You have too much estrogen. And it's making you soft. It's making you depressed and cuckoo. So it's really important that you've got good detoxification pathways working. But you know, everything's a fine balance. You can't just go sit in a sauna and start sweating to death and be like, oh, I'm getting rid of estrogen. No, I'm dropping my DHT, because if you don't sleep well at night and you have problems with pooping, last video, it's hard to get rid of that estradiol if you're not looking at the plastic bottles and the organic, non-organic, or if you guys are just eating cheese, which what has on it, and coffee, glyphosate. What does glyphosate do? Raise your estrogen and start aromatizing men, turning them into soft women. The water source that you drink from, plastic bottles, receipts from stores, all have BPA on them, which is a estrogen mimicker. And when men get too much estrogen in the body, now women's bodies can deal with all that estrogen, especially all that estradiol. But men's, oh no, right? Because a lot of you guys are going bald. You're having a hard time with keeping the parts of the body happy, you know what I'm saying? Your DHT, dihydrotestosterone levels are too high, and all your hormones are out of whack, all of them. And it shows in the form of depression, fat around the middle. Men have a hard time gaining weight. They think it's just a genetics, when it could be just their epigenetics of treating their bodies poorly. Sleep has a really huge thing to do with releasing enough testosterone and making sure that you guys get enough growth hormone balance and rebalancing your reproductive system. You have to do that by protecting your adrenals. That goes for women and men. Protect your adrenal glands by getting to sleep, by breathing, meditating. I forgot to say that in my last video. These are just some quick tips on thinking about your hormones. I'll do a deeper dive on that because there's so much to talk about. Like there's, you know, too much estrogen and all the stuff that you have around you, all of the toxic xeno and phytoestrogens. Then there's the fact that you guys lift wrong, you don't sleep well enough, you have too many pharmaceuticals in the bloodstream that the liver has to deal with. The liver starts to deal with the overburden of all of this estradiol, and men just get soft. Women clearly are getting like little pterodactyl, right? T-Rex arms, and then really big below, and the fat zone starts to get bigger, and women's progesterone is just hitting the floor. A lot of women are starting to have menstrual cycle issues, hot flash issues. Women have like cellulite started in weird places they never saw coming before, crepey skin, less collagen. A lot of things happen when your sex hormones aren't balanced. Lack of a sex drive, dryness up in there, like mood, PMS, menstrual cycle, too long, too short, bleed not enough days. Women are like, oh, my period's 3 days and I'm, ovulating. I'm like, no, you're not. If you're done by the 3rd day, something's wrong. And a lot of women challenge me on this and then go and check, and they're like, oh, you're right, I'm not ovulating. So women, we are also exposed to a lot of xenoestrogens. It's things you have to consider. I didn't want to go over 5 minutes, so we got to chop this off and make this a series. And now I got to go. For now, it's the Johnny Carson background, but that is because we're trying to film 30 videos in the studio that I'm in now. I have a new studio to film in, and we couldn't get it all, so I'm just doing a couple right now on the fly. You guys saw me live stream the other day from the studio, which is great. It has a bunch of different rooms. And as you can hear, the sirens are going off. Also, dealing with stress will help you with your reproductive hormones, the thyroid. Everything's connected, right? I'll go more of a deep dive into women. You've got cycle issues like cysts and endometriosis and fibroids and a bunch of stuff. And men, y'all are a hot mess too. You guys are going through andropause. So with that said, go to stephanieperson.com if you want to book a consultation. Stephanie, the business. Y'all named me that years ago on my Facebook fan page, which is all free content, or my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic. Also for a lot of free everyday content on my stories, as well as I have a keto course, and I also do low carb, high fat, keto carnivore, and keto omnivore, which is still keto with plants, eating cruciferous. Just be very careful because the anti-nutrients and the histamine issues and the leaky gut and all this kind of stuff. Now I got to go. Enjoy my day. Bye, guys. Because energy. The age of almost 52, nearly 12 years on keto. I'm not going nowhere. I'm out. Bye, guys. Bye.